Hey, today we're going to talk about manifestors that have the inner authority known as a splenic authority. And today we've got much more of a sunny setup happening than the last human design vlog that we shared. So, and that one was about splenic authority, but for projectors. And so obviously some of these authorities are going to operate quite differently depending on the type when you're looking at human design. If you want to know some more about some of the types and then also other authorities, let me know and I can send you some links to specific videos, or if I'm yet to record them, then we can touch on those specifically. So manifestors with this authority, they are what we would consider quite fast when they have the energy. And just a reminder, manifestors are here to initiate. However, they're not here to initiate everything. And also, nor are they here to always continue or carry out what it is that they have started as well. So when you have a splenic authority as a manifestor, you are waiting for what we might call an intuitive impulse in the body. Now, we spoke about this a little bit with the projectors, the splenic authority. It comes in really fast, and it is probably considered to be a rather primal in how it operates, and it's probably one of the more ancient ways in which our ancestors would have made decisions. And so if there is no impulse, there's no push-pull towards something or away from something, a decision to be made, then there's no action or decision is required at that moment. So it can be also considered to be one of the most intimidating due to how fast manifestors with splenic authority can really get the wheels in motion going. Because obviously once the initiative hit, the impulsive, intuitive hit comes in, you have to act on it. And also the way that the message comes in is usually quite fast and usually won't repeat itself as well, which is something that we spoke about with projectors that have a splenic authority. So as being a manifestor, not me personally, but if you are or you know someone that is, the way that their energy can operate can be a little bit repelling or repulsive towards others, and that's not a bad thing. It's a way to protect them from being influenced by others around them and their environment, because they're here to initiate and to bring forth new ideas, new ways of thinking, of being, and or it could be old ways, but renovating or innovating them in a way that is more suited to the times that we might be in now. And because if they really are in their design, they usually are moving quite fast when they initiate things. Now, this is not to say that they're continually always going to be in motion or having such fast energy all the time, but when it comes through, it can, to some on the outside, appear to be quite abrasive and quite unsettling. And so when you're a manifestor, it can be more beneficial, obviously, for your relationships around you, if you can let others know that will be impacted by the decision that you're about to do an action or set in motion something that's going to happen. And the purpose of that is not for the others around you to influence you or try to impact when it happens, how it happens, why it's happening. You're letting them know purely for the purposes of creating more safety with them, right? So relationships are quite important to humans in certain ways. As much as some may deny that, they are quite important for our health in certain ways. Obviously, If you're surrounding yourself with relationships that are quite unhealthy, then of course they can lead to a unhealthy path. But in a nutshell, socializing in a particular way with other beings is very healthy for humans. And so it's good for manifestors to learn how to create that safety still within their relationships of other people. So yes, and having a splenic authority, it's very, it can be very intimidating, and it can be much more fast than being, say, an emotional authority manifestor. So yes, as I said before, the intuitive hit that comes through the body will usually be very quick, and it may not repeat itself. So hence why slowing down and getting really quiet when you can to listen can assist with catching it when it wants to come through. And so obviously paying attention to your body's sensations and what is it pushing and pulling you towards, and practicing acting on that first hit. Obviously, I leave that responsibility up to you, because if you're just new to this and you're going around making major life decisions and you haven't built out the discernment, then you may want to err on the side of caution until you get to actually recognize how is your body speaking to you, how is your inner authority operating with and for you. Yeah, so practicing, if you want to take a cautionary approach to it, then practicing on those first hits straight away as they happen. For it could be just very minor things. It could be something asking about what kind of food or water you're wanting to drink. And when you're looking at that as an example, you're not just engaging in like what's the saltiest, fattiest, sugar filled, or whatever, insert unhealthy foods that we can crave. You're trying to tap into an intuition that's beyond that sort of lustful desire, like low-level desire hit, I can put it that way. And yeah, with that practicing of that initiation that comes through, then reflecting afterwards so you can start to notice its patterns. So when you start to recognize its patterns and how it operates, it's not always going to be strict and linear and step one, step two. But when you start to recognize that, and if you're obviously working through any patterns that you may have picked up from when you're a childhood or as you've gotten older, that may not assist you very well with making correct decisions, you're working through that as well. You'll then get to learn quite quickly how your inner authority is operating for you as a manifestor with a splenic authority. I don't know why, but usually there's hardly any aeroplanes in this spot, and I've had two over us while we've been recording this, so apologies for that. If you've got any questions about manifestors with splenic authority, welcome to leave that in the comment section, as well as any other questions you may have about human design as well. And we'll see you again in the next vlog.